Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So I've got some good news for you guys today. We booked a big win yesterday in the state of California in the case of NSSF v. Bonta. This is a case that revolves around that new law that has some really strange language that essentially bans any firearm that California deems to be, and this is their words, quote, abnormally dangerous. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So, abnormally dangerous seems kind of vague, right? And I believe that California made it vague on purpose because anything that comes into the state that they deem to be abnormally dangerous would then trigger a lawsuit against the people who brought it into the state and anybody who made it or people who are involved. And it would essentially allow California to sue the industry into oblivion. Well, that's kind of one of the things that's being challenged here. In order to get a better understanding, let me just read this to you real quick. So this is directly from the judge's order. It says, background, as of last summer, California's Firearms Industry Responsibility Act, AB 1594, in legislative parlance, compels industry members to 1. Implement reasonable controls regarding gun safety. 2. Not manufacture, market, import, or sell any firearm-related product that is abnormally dangerous and is likely to create an unreasonable risk of harm in California, and not engage in any conduct that infringes several unfair business practice laws. The Firearms Act's enforcement mechanism is diffused. California's Attorney General may sue firearm industry members for transgressions, as can the state's cities, counties, as well as any person who has suffered harm in California. So right there, you can see anything that's brought into the state that they deem to be abnormally dangerous would trigger a lawsuit from any person in the state, any city, any county, the state itself, right? All of these people can then go after whoever sent that in and basically, again, sue them into non-existence. That's obviously a huge problem, right? Well, not anymore because the judge enjoined it. The judge sided with the NSSF, at least on that one part, the abnormally dangerous part. The other stuff about interstate commerce and things like that, the judge left in place, so those still stand. Let's just read the conclusion here. It says, the Foundation's motion is granted in part as set forth above. The Attorney General is preliminarily enjoined from enforcing the Firearms Act abnormally dangerous restriction. Plaintiff's request for preliminary relief is otherwise denied due to the lack of standing. The claims concerning California Civil Code sections 3273.5 A and B, the reasonable controls and unfair business practices provisions are dismissed with leave to amend. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. So there's several parts to this lawsuit. The abnormally dangerous was enjoined, the other things were not. By March 13th, 2024, the Foundation may file an amended complaint setting out any additional facts to establish standing over the reasonable controls and unfair business practices provisions. Plaintiffs may not otherwise amend. By March 27th, 2024, the Attorney General must respond to the operative complaint. Now, let's be honest, just like everything else in the state of California, there's a pretty good chance that this is going to get appealed up to the Ninth Circuit. Now, I don't think that the Ninth Circuit is going to be able to uphold this at all, but the way that they've been playing games with Duncan and Miller and Rhodey and everything else, I mean, who knows what could happen. But this is still a win for now, and it's another federal district court judge, not just, Benitez, who they like to, harp on all the time and say that he's extreme in some way or another. But this is another federal judge telling California, look, you've taken it too far. You cannot do this. We're going to enjoin enforcement of it, and people aren't going to be allowed to do it. I mean, California tries to take things to the next level every single time. I've been making video after video after video. It is a nonstop barrage of these laws which infringe on your constitutional rights. And it seems like the only way to stop it is to at least get some of these up in front of the Supreme Court. We've got several big ones in front of the Supreme Court right now. Hopefully the Supreme Court will take up at least one. But until there is even more clarity, the state of California will continue to do what they do. And we're going to continue to fight back against it. And thankfully we have the CRPA and the FPC and the NSSF. We've got some pretty major advocates out there that are fighting for. So make sure that you support them, including the GOA and so many others. But those are the people that are making these things happen and putting a stop really to these rogue governments, rogue politicians who are just could care less about our constitutional rights. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. It's a good video. It's a good win. I'm very happy about it. Anytime that, they get upset because something they tried to do gets overturned, it's a good day for us. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a good one.